Good evening, good to have you with us in this edition of News here on Mirror Now. I'm Tanvi Shukla and we're going to focus on a story that grabbed headlines for days together a few months ago. The brutality with which a young girl was targeted, victimized and murdered in Hathras became a big talking point as the nation woke up to this horrifying crime. It actually, if you remember, only became a national big headline after the girl who was fighting for her life for almost 2 weeks succumbed to her injuries. And what then emerged were a series of lapses and complete betrayal by the local law and order machinery and the administration in helping the girl and her family. In fact, many of you will remember that what happened was a series of conspiracy theories, contradictory theories, a series of attempts were made to discredit the claim that had been made by the victim's family. The Hathras Gangrape and murder victim's family was in fact put in the dock, questioned and shamed for the claims that they were making. Now, after much outrage, once the CBI was given charge of the investigation, the CBI has filed its charge sheet. And the court yesterday took cognizance of charge sheet while we await more details of how CBI is building its case. Here is what we do know, that the 4 key accused, those who were initially booked, the 4 men of upper caste there in Hathras, have been charge sheeted by the CBI as well. The details of the charges that they face are on your screens right now. Remember, this investigation even involved taking a lie detector test, at least as far as the 4 accused is concerned. The big question that we are asking tonight is, does this vindicate the claims made by the Hathras victims' family? Are there still those who would want to push those conspiracy claims and theories into trying to discredit this entire incident? Will we finally see justice being done? I want to remind our viewers, this is a case where we, rather than passing a judgment on the crime and who did the crime, had repeatedly raised the issue of the way the Uttar Pradesh police handled this case and how in a hurried manner, hours after the girl passed away and succumbed to her injuries in a hospital in Delhi, they rushed her body to Hathras and overnight cremated it in absence of close family members. Questions were then also raised of what it is that is being trying to be buried in this specific case. Who are we helping? For a quick reaction, I've got Anila Singh, spokesperson of the BJP, joining me right now. Anila Singh, it was a horrifying incident, but there were repeated attempts to put it out, the seed of doubt in the minds of people of this country. For now, it doesn't look like the CBI has found anything to back any of those claims.
Absolutely. It was a horrific crime. And any crime against women, and especially crimes like this, rape, then she was brutalized, she died. So, I do not have much words to express my grief. But at the same time, I can say so that the case was transferred to CBI. And now CBI has submitted the charge sheet. So we have to wait for the hearing. All the 4 accused are behind the bars. But if you say that whether UP police or UP administration were at wrong, I cannot comment on that because they had their own proofs like video, audio videos of girls' relatives, mother, brother, and other people as well. Initially, they were not saying that she was raped. Then later on, their statements changed. So I really do not want to go into it and discuss it because the case is with the CBI. Now we have to see that how the things go ahead.
But the senior police officials at that time, the topmost police officials at that time, Anila Singh, had no problems discussing the case or even trying to demolish the rape claim. They said there was no rape. Here is the CBI that came, investigated from start, even went ahead and did lie detector tests and now has booked these accused for gang rape and murder.
Absolutely, because as far as my knowledge goes, the dying statement is always the final statement. And the CBI has taken that statement given by the girl. So according to that, these four boys, they are accused, and now they have to face the law.
Okay, let me also bring in Supriya Srinath, national spokesperson for the Congress party, joining us right now. Supriya, is this another example of a case where after the failure of the law and order machinery, repeated attempts were made to discredit the claims of the victim's family, but those claims now lie shattered?
I will first say that while I'm happy that CBI has taken a step which brings justice closer to the victim and her family, but let us also turn the clock back and remember what they've had to endure. First, a cremation where the family could not even bid a proper farewell. That's point number one. Point number two, DM Hathras intimidating the family and saying, media to chala jayega, hum hi rahenge. Third, and that is the most important, ADG Law and Order doing a press conference every day after this gruesome crime and saying there was no rape, despite the fact that the Supreme Court judgment says you do not need penis penetration to say rape. So he was not just lying, he was also misquoting the law. The fourth, and this is a very important thing, the information officer of Yogi Adityanath, who reports straight to the Chief Minister saying these are conspiracy theories and there was no rape. And then the UP administration, the UP government in its affidavit told the Supreme Court, which the court took cognizance of, that this was a conspiracy theory to malign the UP government. They even quoted, Black Lives Matter incidents erroneously. So I really want to turn around and ask today, I'm the BJP spokesperson, one after the other, indulging in shaming the victim, blatantly shaming the victim, even suggesting this was honor killing, including the spokesperson on air right now. I really want to turn around and ask, why should they not be held responsible? Why should they not be put in the dock today? The entire UP administration and the police, which really let the victim and her family down. And we have now, despite their pressure, moved a step closer to truth. And the truth is, she was brutally raped and also murdered.
Oh, yes, absolutely. A step closer, of course, the case and the trial yet to proceed, but the charge sheet saying exactly what the family had been claiming so far. No other contrary evidence given by the CBI so far. Anila Singh, respond to that. And shouldn't we hold the top police officials and the DGP accountable? The DGP who came out and said that as per the forensic science lab report, no semen, no sperm was found in the sample and hence no rape.
Absolutely, Tanvi. And I am not surprised the way Congress spokesperson has just reacted, because Congress is too much into pick and choose politics. Priyanka Vadra and her brother Rahul Gandhi, they created such a ruckus in Noida. We know it very well, but they were least bothered that what was happening in Amroha or Azamgarh or Mirzapur, because the culprits were from one particular religious community. So they are the ones who do pick and choose. So let me come back to my UP police and my UP administration. So let me tell you here, UP police or administration, they do things which are pro-law, not against law. And as I mentioned earlier, that you can say anything, opposition can say anything, but we have seen the video.
I don't think, Anila Singh, we have seen the video also. We have also seen the video. You are not responding to what I'm saying. You are not responding to what has been asked of you. Action and holding police accountable for the comments that were on record made, including many from your party. What about that? You tried to put a seed of doubt in the minds of the people, saying this never even happened, that this was a case of honor killing, that these four are innocent and all of that. Are you seriously going to blame the Congress party tonight for picking up this issue?
No, I am saying that what Congress party is, their leaders, their spokespersons, their workers, they do pick and choose politics. I am not bothered what Congress is doing. We all know how they are doing in Uttar Pradesh. So I'm least bothered
about that. So respond on the action now, on the charge sheet.
Allow me. I am responding what you have asked me. You are asking me whether the police official, and especially the DG police and other senior officials, should be punished or not. We know it that 6 police persons, they are being punished for it. And if I talk about DG or if I talk about DM, can you deny this fact that I am pretty sure that you and your channel must have seen those videos and audio clips as well, where it was very, very clearly mentioned that no rape happened. Then later on, why these statements were changed? Mother, she is saying no rape happened. Brother, he said no rape happened. Then
Because
later on the statement were changed. But the thing is, there is a law. Dying declaration is the final statement that has been taken by the
please
CBI.
don't turn around
and
their
the
words
case
when they
charge sheet has
discover,
been
when they're
submitted.
able to talk to their daughter, when they're able to see what happens, when the doctors tell them what has happened is when they're going to be saying this. It was a responsibility of the police to follow up. It was a responsibility of the police to ensure that a fair investigation is done rather than putting seeds of doubt, rather than discrediting the family and shaming the victim's family. That's the point here. Anila Singh and Supriya Sreenit, thank you so much for joining us. I want to also say good evening to Mr. Arvind Kumar Jain, former DGP of Uttar Pradesh, who is joining us right now. Mr. Jain, purely on a matter of facts right now, basis what the CBI charge sheet says, there is nothing contradictory to what initially we were all saying and the family was claiming and alleging. Should questions not be asked of the top UP police officials who tried to say there was no rape?
Actually, he based his statement on the vaginal swab and samples taken after a number of days. So the crucial period, we missed, UP police missed that crucial period. If allegation was of attempt to rape, and allegation was that Sandeep has tried to strangle the girl, then vaginal swab should have been taken to confirm whether rape has been committed or not. Generally, we always do it on the safer side, but it was not done in this case. She gave this statement to investigating officer after several days in the Aligarh Medical College, and by that time, the crucial evidence was destroyed. So, ADG Law and Order based his statement on forensic science, on forensic report, and on report of vaginal examination. So, actually, first day only, samples should have been taken and they should have been preserved, and on that basis, I think rape would have been proved. I don't know why first FIR stated only attempt of rape. If it was a rape by 4 people, gang rape, then I don't know why it was not reported that way. It should have been reported then and there. Instead of reporting it after 7 days, I think it led to some confusion. But CBI has submitted the charge sheet and they have stated facts. We should honor it. Hearing is going on in High Court also, and I think High Court will take proper decision in the matter.
Yes.
And I think High Court is going to penalize DM also.
Yes,
Several
I think
police officers have
if it is proven and CBI is able to prove this and there is no contrary evidence being presented by any side, yes, the DM, including the DGP, must be held accountable for the comments that they made. DGP's comments are based on an outdated definition of rape, which is not even followed anymore. But he was probably banking on whether people are able to see through that and know the facts and have the right information. Mr. Jain, thank you for speaking with us. Let me also go across to Mr. Praveen Kumar and Yogita Bhayana also joining us right now, social activist. Yogita, I want to add to what Arvind Kumar Jain was saying about why is it that initially they didn't do the right things, they didn't follow due process. It is because, and we know this because the reporters were tracking it, constantly asking questions from day one, there was a concerted effort to dismiss the whole story. There was a concerted effort to make it look like this was just a enmity between two different groups and something that their own family members did to their own daughter, and there is no other issue here. It's not a gang rape. Whatever has happened to the girl has happened for very different reasons. That's the theory that was constantly pushed forward, blocking fair justice in this case.
Yes, Tanvi, unfortunately, but this is not the only case where they try to kind of put it on, on caste system or enmity between the villagers. They somehow just don't want this word of rape or gang rape to come in front, and maybe they just want to kind of, not to kind of look like a rape state or whatever we just call UP as, So they, first of all, they are in denial mode, and not one person. I think whole administration, from politicians to everyone, just tries to do that only. And look at how they malign the image of the girl and the family, the character assassination and everything. What went was horrific in this particular case. For the fact that dying declaration had to be admitted, they knew it. That is why, under the pressure or whatever, they put CBI in charge for that, and it had to come forward. Like, it had to be this case only. I mean, chargesheet had to be filed because the dying declaration said so, of the victim. So that is the ultimate thing. They couldn't have denied it. So, to cover up, they are now taking the credit even for this. I mean, they should be ashamed, and I am still furious that no action has been taken against the district administration. I'm furious about there is no action taken against the police officer who, midnight they burnt her body without even in the presence of the family. I mean, they have done so many injustices to this particular daughter. I mean, we cannot only say that, okay, she has got justice because the charge sheet has been filed.
Absolutely.
Till the time these people are not booked, I mean, I will still not be very content, and I will not be satisfied till the time this happens. So
absolutely,
this is a classic case of injustice too. I mean, it was beyond. That's why it got our attention, and we were bullied. I mean, I wanted to stand with the family. I went there many times, and I was chased. I was bullied. I mean, you can imagine. I mean, reporters are bullied. So, I mean, are we in a banana country, or what kind of a place are we in? So, I mean,
Yogita, the body was burnt late in the night without immediate family members being present. Reporters were blocked from even going anywhere around that area. Multiple conspiracy theories and contradictory theories were floated to shame and blame the family itself. And, every single time that we asked for what is the truth, and who is going to find the truth, we were given another conspiracy theory. And sometimes the opposition was blamed, sometimes the activists were blamed, sometimes the media was blamed. There were videos that emerged day after day of how the administration was actually trying to pressurize the family to change their versions, to change their stance. That was recorded on camera, and yet we haven't seen any response except for the fact that they said, well, we've given it to CBI. Everything else that you're saying is just a conspiracy by our rivals and opposition. Yogita Bhayana, thank you for speaking with us. I want to play out the couple of reactions that we got yesterday as this charge sheet was filed. The court took cognizance of the charge sheet. Here is what the lawyers had to say.
पूरे मामले में कौन आरोपी हैं?
इसमें जो संदीप, जो पहले इन्होंने नामजद किया था, उसके बाद रवि को नामजद किया, उसके बाद और अलग बयान हुए, उनमें फिर 2 लवकुश और रामू को और बढ़ाया गया था। लेकिन पुलिस ने, सीबीआई ने ये पाया कि क्योंकि डायरेक्ट डिक्लेरेशन है उसमें, जो लास्ट का 22 तारीख वाला बयान है, उसको बेस मानते हुए उन्होंने कहा ये कोर्ट के ऊपर छोड़ते हैं निर्णय, और चार्जशीट चारों के खिलाफ दाखिल कर दिए। और आज ये 325 SC एक्ट है, 354 है, 376A, 376D।
अच्छा, हत्या 302 में सर
4 लोगों को आरोपी बनाया गया है। जो चारों FIR में थे वही अब चारों आरोपी बनाए गए हैं, और 302, 376A, 376D, 325 SC एक्ट ये धारा लगाई गई।
रेप का मामला तो आया नहीं रिपोर्ट में, रेप का मामला कैसे दर्ज हुआ?
ये CBI ने जांच की है, उसमें आया है
कैसे
अब ये तो चार्जशीट का अवलोकन किया जाएगा, उसके बाद क्लियर बता सकेंगे।
लगभग कितने पेज की चार्जशीट रही होगी?
लगभग होगी 2000 पेज की।
अच्छा, जैसा कि उत्तर प्रदेश के कुछ पुलिस अधिकारियों ने ये बताया था कि ये मामला बिल्कुल झूठा है, तो सीबीआई ने इसको पूरा सिरे से खारिज कर दिया है।
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल सीबीआई ने उनको आरोपी बनाते हुए चार्जशीट
क्या कहेंगे?
Mr. Praveen Kumar, essentially what the CBI is saying in its charge sheet, and of course, this is their first charge sheet. We don't know if there will be a supplementary one, any additional findings that they bring along as they carry out this investigation. But so far, Mr. Praveen Kumar, there is nothing, contrary to what the family was claiming, which the CBI has found.
The CBI has based its charge sheet on the dying declaration of the girl, in which she accused the four youth of her village of gang raping her and strangulating her. Basically, and what we have come to learn that CBI has in its charge sheet, they have said that cops at Chandapa police station, the first day they made this kind of a mistake of not sending the girl for proper medical examination. And they should have recorded, and it was her statement was not properly documented. That is what we have come to learn. It's part of the charge sheet.
Yes, and Mr. Praveen Kumar, has there been any reaction or response right now from the government or the senior administration to say, okay, now maybe we need to look at the conduct of our own people?
No reaction so far. First reaction, the government suspended 5 cops, including the superintendent of police of the Hathras.
Yeah.
But after this charge sheet, the government has not reacted, and government says that it's they who ordered this is not ordered, recommended the CBI probe to
yes,
so that the facts come out without any bias.
Yes, absolutely. Often when administrations find themselves cornered, they try and palm it off to the CBI to say, okay, not our responsibility anymore. Let the CBI find and investigate this case. We will very closely track, and as we get more details from the charge sheet, and once the case hearing and the trial begins, remember this is being monitored by the Allahabad High Court itself. Allahabad High Court that had earlier, when they heard the case, said that we are inclined to examine as to whether there has been gross violation of fundamental rights of the deceased victim and the family members of the victim, whether the state authorities have acted oppressively, high-handedly and illegally to violate such rights as if it is to be found so, then this would be a case where accountability will not only have to be fixed, but for future guidance also stern action would be required. That's something we are also going to be watching out for. Mr. Praveen Kumar, thank you so much for joining us and giving us your reaction. Well, we're out of time on this edition of News. Thank you so much for joining us.